Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Runs over it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
One of the more cerebral quarterbacks in the NFL. Analyzes situations, watches a ton of tape, adapts his game to whatever is presented in front of him. And despite the fact he's been in the league for 6 years, the future still bright for Russell Wilson.
The wrong direction. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Nice move at the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And a nice little start to the week 1 of his career. And that's now on to kick it away, the rookie from Miami, Justin Vogel, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's taken in at the 9. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Jared Goff, an early touchdown pass in that one. The Seahawks heading out, and for them, 5 straight years of double-digit victories and a playoff berth. They've had their run of the NFC West and probably likely the favorites this season as well.
I would agree with that. The counter-culture Seahawks, because the way they evaluate is for their system, for their franchise, for their culture. Much more so than whether a guy fits everything that you're looking for to check off a box. Quarterback, he's supposed to be too short. He's one of the best in the game. And they went in free agency this year and got Eddie Lacy. Everyone else wanted Eddie Lacy to lose weight. They said, we still want him big because we want him to break some tackles. Flip it over to defense, they get after you. Simple schemes, but they tune it up and play it at a high level. They expect to get back to a Super Bowl.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. Finding room to the 20. He's still on his feet. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Oh, spinning away. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher.
Alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away.
Let's go, guys.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on offense. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game. Meanwhile, out in Los Los Angeles there in the second quarter now. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Jared Goff, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning away. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if, in fact, they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the second quarter. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Running right through him. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings... On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. Avoids him at the 40. And yet again. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away. On now is the Packers punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. Spinning, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that?
Elsewhere around the NFL, 3rd quarter now in Los Angeles. And scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is.
So still lots of work left to do. Recovered they have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expected to actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here, I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before. On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Cam Newton, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And here now is spin. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. This run defense was a weakness last year toward the bottom of the league, and early returns not good here this year.
And that's too bad because you and I both know that when you have something that's a weakness from your team the year before, you spend a lot of time out in the offseason, whether it's personnel, adjustments, and...
There he goes right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because...
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out